Hey, welcome back, everybody. I am Nate here with Hustle Buddies, where we share tools, tips, and advice for Amazon sellers. Now, in today's video, I am going to be using a really cool tool for sourcing. It's called Tactical Arbitrage. Now, I want to be upfront. Tactical Arbitrage went through quite a rocky period for about 2 years or so. It used to be a wonderful tool. Lots and lots and lots of people used it and promoted it and talked about it, and it was great. And then they sold. They got acquired by another company. And it was pretty rocky for a while. Now, recently, they have made quite a number of positive changes. Things like they've removed the scanning limits that they had imposed. That was a ridiculous idea. Okay, so they removed that. They added some features like quick search that I'm going to be showing you guys. So there's lots of new features. They've used AI to help their matching algorithm, all of that stuff. So the matching is quite a bit better. It's not perfect. You definitely find mismatches still, but it's significantly better than it was. So if you used this in the past 2 years and you quit, I would say give this another shot. It is, in my opinion, it's pretty solid now. We used it a lot back in the day and I loved it. And then for the past 2 years or so, we pretty much stopped using it because I thought that it was pretty garbage, just like many of you. But they've really done a pretty good job of pulling things back and coming out with some new features and fixing old features. So I think personally it's worth another try. Now, if you guys want to try this out, I'm going to be putting a coupon code down below that gives you an extended free trial. Definitely check it out. Heck, even if you don't plan on like buying this and paying for this long term, just use that free trial and find some products. I mean, you might as well. It's a free tool and you can cancel anytime. So sign up for it, use it for a week or two, then cancel. Okay, move on with life. Now, I'm going to be showing you guys a couple things. This is not going to be an exhaustive list. This isn't like a deep course dive, whatever, into how to use tactical arbitrage and all of that stuff. This is, I want to show you sort of like the top end overview of what it looks like. And then I want to do some real-time sourcing with you guys. I really enjoy doing these sort of live sourcing style videos with you so people can see what it's actually like in the life of a seller trying to buy stuff, okay? All right, with all of that said, let me share my screen here. Now, I've made this account for you guys just this past year. This is like a new, fresh account that we're trying just for Hustle Buddy stuff. So everything you see here is I've used for like videos or classes, things like that. And so what's great about it is I don't mind showing you everything because I have nothing to hide. There's nothing here connected to my normal main business. Now, there's a lot of different things that tactical arbitrage can do. Mostly what it's used for is it's a web scraping tool. So it will take, let's say, Walmart.com or Kohl's.com, and you give it like a certain parameter. You tell it, hey, I want you to check every single item in the clearance section and compare it against Amazon. So it will scrape all of the data from this Kohl's clearance page, and it will find or try to find all of the corresponding listings on Amazon and then match everything up. From there, you want to tell it, hey, I don't want to see every product because you're going to be looking at millions of things. I just want to see profitable products. So from there, you can tell it, hey, only show me things that have, I don't know, $4 of profit or 30% ROI, things like that. And it will start to narrow down the field as far as what it shows you. So what you're left with is just this curated batch of, hopefully, if everything worked correctly, profitable products that it found for you. Now, some of these scans can take a while. So usually for my own business, what I'll be doing is I start it like the night before, or I do it first thing in the morning, and I'll start a couple different scans for a couple different stores. I'll let them run, and then I'll come back later in the day to check it out. Now, that is all done through this product search section. So I'll just briefly show you here. I could do like Kohl's.com. All right. And from here, let me open up the Kohl's website for you. From here, you could pick, I don't know, let's say kids. I have no idea. All right. We're just looking for a category. It can't scan like everything in a whole store. Well, I mean, I guess it could, but that would take like multiple days. But we can scan like the kids section, for example. So we've got 12,000 products. I'm just going to copy this URL and I'm going to put it right here in this category section. Okay. That's the basics of how to do this. You don't need to set any of this other stuff, this start page, last page, blah, 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 blah. This is, I feel like a lot of people overcomplicate this. Keep things simple. Okay. We're going to just do it right there. Now, the stuff that you will want to set is these filters. Okay. So your sourcing price parameters, your store discounts, your cashback, your gift cards, all of that stuff. You want to take into account everything that you possibly can. So first, are there any sales going on at Kohl's? Do they have any like coupons or anything like that? I'm not seeing any percentages. 35% off when you apply, but yeah, that's not all the time. You may be able to find something on eBay. Let me check eBay real fast. This is something I was looking at prior. I might show you guys this actually. Kohl's coupon. Let's see if we can find anything on eBay here real fast. Let's see. No. All right. So they don't have any top end coupons where it's like 20% off everything or 30% off everything, anything like that. They do have this earning $10 of Kohl's cash for every 50. So if you are like me and you are accounting for your cash back in your profitability calculations, then we can input that. So 10 for every 50, that's roughly 20%. So I'm going to put 20% right there. Cashback, Rakuten had, it looked like 2%. Yeah. All right. So we can put that 2% here. Discount gift cards, you can always find discount gift cards. I'm just going to put an arbitrary 5%. It's pretty common that you can find gift cards to Kohl's for about 5% without doing much digging. Okay. So those are our price adjustments. So if it says, okay, here's a product that's $10, then it's going to run through all these calculations. It's going to say, oh, it's actually not $10. It's 20% off of 10. So that's 8. And then 2% off of that, which is $7.82, I think. And then 5% off of that. And I'm not going to do that calculation in my head. Okay. So we're good there. If you want to add your sales tax, you can. Then you want to remove stuff. I like to leave this, again, pretty wide. So we're looking at kids' clothing. Let's do like 250,000. Leave this pretty large. So if it's above 250,000, go ahead and remove it. This is what we're telling it. Or you could even do like an average 30-day if you wanted to sort of spice things up. All right. Let's say I want something that has a couple reviews. So if it has less than 2 reviews, go ahead and take it out of there. Let me see. How about for me, I don't care if Amazon is in stock. I don't know why people don't compete against Amazon. That seems ridiculous to me. But let's say I can't sell. I'm just pretending I'm you. I can't sell hazmat. All right, let's take that out. Let's try to remove out of stock. This isn't perfect. It's gonna still include a lot of out of stock stuff, but hopefully this eliminates some of it. All right, so you can do that. You can do that. All right, that's pretty good. Okay, what about our costs and fees? Do you have any costs? Are you sending this to a prep center? Are you packaging it yourself? What are your own costs? My standard cost per pound to ship to Amazon, let's call this 50 cents. Okay, I think that's relatively average. In fact, it's usually a bit lower than this, but we'll just call that normal. Cost to create a bundle, let's say it costs me like an extra $1. Cost of prep, if we're doing this in-house, probably about a quarter for like a poly bag and the time that you would have to pay like an employee or something to pack this, or your own time, whatever else. Okay. Now for the profit and ROI, what kind of stuff do you want to only see? You can put whatever you want here. So this is only keep if the gross ROI, or sorry, the gross profit is, I don't know, I'll just call this $3. Okay. And I'll do gross ROI of say 35%. These are not like hard and fast rules. You could absolutely work outside of this. Don't take this as like a law or anything, but just to give us a general ballpark of stuff. Okay. Now you click search, and this is going to search every single page. This will probably take about 4 hours based on how many products are here. So it's going to slowly chunk through all of those. I might come back. I'll see if it's found anything, but I wanted to start this for you guys so you could sort of see the process. All right. Now I'm going to show you the other part of tactical arbitrage that is probably my newest favorite part. And that is this quick search section. Now, what I just showed you, it is scraping the website of Kohl's and it's scraping Amazon and pulling all that data together, and it's showing me brand new, fresh information. With quick search, what's interesting, for better or for worse, they almost make that data kind of public-ish. What I mean by that is this quick search, I can search, you can include, so let's say I want to see just Kohl's stuff. Okay. Whoops, Kohl's, where did it go? There we go. So I want to, come on now. All right. I don't want to look at Kohl's stuff and I want a gross profit of more than $4. It will search its own like archived data for the past however long you set. So I put last updated 1 day. It could be anytime. It could be 14 days, 7 days, 3 days. I like to keep things usually pretty short. If I'm searching something really big like Kohl's, I might do a little bit longer, like 3 days or 7 days. If it's a little more like hole-in-the-wall websites that are a little less picked over. But with something like Kohl's, you want to keep things super fresh. You can change the match quality where it's like 80%. It's pretty sure that this is a match on Amazon, but it's not 100% sure. A perfect match is basically like they've matched the title, they've matched the UPC. They are as confident as a machine can confidently be. It is 100% sure that it is a match, okay? So I tend to leave it at 100. Some people will knock it down to 80. But what's cool is this is pulling the data that they have already pulled. So this doesn't, like, it's instant. I don't have to wait around for this. And what's crazy is you can, I'm going to deselect everything and click search. This now just searched every single cached search from Tactical Arbitrage in the past 24 hours. That had a 100% match, that had a gross profit of more than $4, okay? There's some other parameters here that you can also set. So you can put like a sales rank. Here's our sales rank. I want less than 250,000. Again, these are just rough numbers. Don't take this as law or anything like that. Put whatever you want. I put a gross profit more than 25. Let's bump this up. Let's say 35%. Okay. Minimum price. If you want like minimum price or maximum prices, you can do all of that stuff. Now, it's not perfect because this doesn't always account for coupons correctly, or it's accounting for coupons incorrectly. Maybe the coupon expired, things like that, because it's using other people's search data. So like this price right here, it might not be 1603. It might be something else. And within this other person's search, they added other coupons. Now this happens to be 1603, so that one is a match. Actually, if this is in stock, that might be a pretty solid lead. Final sale, that is in stock. Let me go to Amazon here. This is great. All right. Save 25% today, up to $100 when you open a Macy's card. All right. There might be Macy's coupons as well. Also, I know with Macy's, they have a similar program to Kohl's, sort of like Kohl's Cash. Macy's calls it Star Money. But we might be able to find a Macy's coupon. Let's see if anything pops up here. Macy's, $15 off discount code, purchase of $100 more. Or 25. Whoa, can we get 25% off? That would be massive here. Let me look at this real fast. Regular price sale and clearance items now through 7/20/24. Okay, so that fits. So, wow, this one got really good, really fast. So right off the bat, that took us like 5 seconds. This is literally the first item that I clicked on. And it's because this tool has curated these deals for us. So this one, for example, 1603 is the base price, but we're not paying 1603. We're going to take 1603 and multiply that by 20% off. So multiply by 0.8. That's our real buy cost. So we're going to make $8.50 or 66% ROI on this. This sells incredibly fast. I mean, it's a common color. There's not like a whole lot of different crazy colors in here. There's not a whole lot of different sizes in here. So this one should sell very, very well. If you really want to get nitpicky, sure, you can go into the variations and see all that stuff, but there's no need in this situation. It's a common color. There's common sizes here. Go ahead and buy some. I would get probably 1 or 2 of any size and color combination that was profitable. Okay, so right off the bat, we found this. I skipped this. Most people can't sell perfumes and stuff like that, so I tend to just skip over that. This one I skipped because I don't particularly like CVS. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not like a bad story. I tend to not find as much profit stuff there. Also, it says the profit margin is negative 811%, so I'm not exactly sure. There are always glitches that need to be ironed out. So obviously, negative 811% is not the kind of profit that we are looking for. But we can see with our eyeballs to exclude that. So I excluded that. This is the very first one. All right. we'll check out this next one real fast. And this is like, this is all curated for us. I didn't have to do anything. It already scraped this website. Other people scrape these websites. So really, really useful for that. It's also useful here. Let's see, is this one in stock? Yeah, that's usually, most commonly, the problem that I will see with this is that things are out of stock. So if I click on it and it's in stock, chances are pretty good that I'll be able to get this profitably and flip it. Now, the profit margins is low, but that's only if our actual paid cost is this $26.99. If we're earning $10 back for every $50 that we spend, if we just buy 2 of these shoes, well, we earn $10 off of that $52 purchase. So now it's $42. So this isn't $22. This is more like, I'm sorry, this isn't $26.99. It's more like $21.99. Okay, so if our if we run it with those calculations, usually things look quite a bit better. And you got to do this extra work. Like, you can't just kind of do like the dummy clicking, like, oh, 20%? No, false. It's not 20%. Like, do the extra work, find the extra profit within reason. I mean, I'm not saying look at something like, oh, how do I make this $7 product profitable? Well, you're not going to sell something for $7 usually and it be profitable. But this, for example, like, we know that it's not $26.99. It was about $21.99 if I had to ballpark it. Whoops. 50. This was $52.80 was our sale price. Our buy cost was $21.99, roughly. Okay, and yeah, there's plenty of profit there. So I know there's another good one. So if you can sell Vans, there's a free lead for you. If you can sell Van Heusen, there's a free lead for you. Okay, so really, really easy sourcing right here. The other cool thing I love to do with this is this gives me great places to start sourcing. Maybe I see something, so like this. This says Betty Mills. This image doesn't quite look like a match to me, but I'll check it out. But really, more importantly is, oh, look, here is a website maybe you've never sourced at. Maybe you've never gotten anything from Betty Mills, and here's something that I found profitably. So I bet that there's other things that are also going to be profitable at Betty Mills. Hollister new image cut to fit, skin barrier floating, flange tape barrier max. This doesn't seem like a colostomy barrier new image flex. Oh, I guess it has a UPC right here. So let's see, 6024. Is this a match? 6024. That's okay. That's a UPC match. And that seems pretty promising. 1094. Yeah, that seems very promising. Obviously, I mean, the picture, this is like a picture of the product itself, and this is a picture of the packaging. And I see here they took a picture of the UPC on the packaging. Skin barrier, floating flange tape, blah, 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 blah. 14602. I'm just trying to make sure like everything here. 14602. Yeah, this, to me, everything here looks like a match. So yeah, this is a product I never would have thought to sell myself. Probably never would have found this myself, but here we are. So boom, there's a buy. We'll add a bunch of these to our cart. Let's say add 7 of those to our cart, whatever you want. But then continue on this website. So these barrier rings, okay? Not something I have flipped a lot of personally, but clearly there's something here that was profitable. I mean, this was selling pretty well about every other day, according to that. I think that keep it chart, yeah, that's reasonable, about every other day. I don't see any red flags down here. It doesn't look like any IP alerts or anything like that would be going on. So that seems fine to me. You might want to like FBM this a little bit if you are a little bit scared of like, oh, I don't know if that's really going to sell through. You can always try FBMing it, and your fees are a little bit lower. You have a little bit more control, but this seems pretty 14602, $5, 14602. So I want to look into this a little bit further because this looks more similar to what we got, and it has that same model number. So I would want to dive into this a little bit just to make sure that everything is a match, but that's your due diligence to do. I'm not going to do that due diligence here on a YouTube video. Always do your due diligence on these products, make sure everything is a match. But I want to show you guys just how fast and easy this is. So boom, there is a win. There is a win. Walmart's probably not going to have any coupons. So if you're okay with 25% margin, great. If not, you can pass on that. Kohl's, this one looks, if you're ungated, that one looks like it should be a win. Blue Mercury, if you're ungated again, that one visually looks like a match. That one should be a win. That one should be a win. This one might be a win. This might be a multi-pack. Sometimes we'll see that, especially with like Walgreens stuff. But here's another Betty Mills thing. Yeah, I would expect something like $2 to $35. Usually that seems too good to be true. So usually what we see with that is this is like the 1-pack, and this is like a box of 5 or something like that. And it has the same UPC and all of that, but this is just being, this is 20 in a box, and this is each price per box. Yeah. All right. So yeah. So you'll see that kind of thing. And I mean, unfortunately, there's no way for a system to like perfectly get every match. I don't want to try to like defend them because they do still have mismatches, especially on things like rugs. Don't bother trying to search for carpets or rugs with tactical arbitrage. It will 100% give you mismatches every single time. Just take those off. But yeah, so you can search everything. What I tend to do with this big like everything search is I tend to exclude a couple things because this will pull from sites like eBay. Contrary to whatever your favorite YouTuber has told you, you cannot flip stuff from eBay onto Amazon. You do not have a paper trail. So we're going to exclude that. You can exclude if there's other websites that you dislike, or maybe you're gated. Like if you're gated in Nike, go ahead and just exclude the Nike.com store. Or if you're gated in something else, you can exclude those places. Or maybe there's, sometimes I'll see stuff, like my OTC store. I don't recommend using my OTC. It's a little bit, it's not fully sketch, but they do tend to sell a significant amount of expired stuff. So I personally avoid my OTC store, so I have that in my exclude list. Kmart is almost always, same with Sears, it's almost always third-party sellers that you're buying from. So again, you run into like paper trails where you can't really verify the paper trail of a third-party Kmart seller. So I don't recommend doing things like that. So I tend to exclude those kinds of stores. Or maybe I'll exclude, like, I don't especially love selling stuff from Walmart.com. It's just too easy to find. So I'll exclude Walmart and I'll exclude Target. It's just, the stuff is just, it's too easy. There's too many eyeballs on those websites. So I exclude those. But those are my favorite tools. This quick search, which I love, and the product search. Obviously, there's lots of other things that you can use in here. And they're always trying to make it better. So if you have recommendations or you have issues, things like that, you can always let them know. But yeah, let me know if you guys have further questions about using tactical arbitrage. Again, I will put a link down below with a coupon code. You can use that to extend your free trial. Even if you're not planning on using this, just use the free trial and find some easy wins. Okay, this is one of the easiest ways to source, but it's not a cheap tool. So this isn't necessarily like, oh, I don't know how to source, this is going to teach me how to source. No. That's not what this is for. This is for someone who doesn't have time to spend all of their money. Like you have more money and you just can't find enough products to spend your money on. That's when you get something like tactical arbitrage. Okay? All right. Hopefully that helps. Put down in the comments if I missed something or if there's a different part of tactical arbitrage that you love that I did not cover. Let me know. I'm always happy to learn something new or maybe cover something new in a subsequent video. All right. Hope you guys make a lot of money. Assalamu alaikum, everybody.